Hello everyone and welcome back. Alright, so I've had a few videos recently where I've had fire rockets and I keep complaining that people use them wrong. So this will be guest commentary on a friend of mine, username Volrath, and he's going to show us how to use fire rockets right. And it's a good thing he did because he was at a disadvantage in this battle, I think. Alright, let's look at the setups. Volrath has 2 Yari cavalry, a Yari samurai, 3 lone swords, a matchlock Ashigaru, 2 bow Ashigarus, and a bow warrior monk, along with this fire rocket. 6, or is it 5? 5 or, no, 6. 6 chevrons, so you know those guys are elite fire rockets. On the other side, kind of got a nice cavalry group here, 3 bow cavalry and 2 Yari cavalry. Over here, 3, what was it 2? It's 2. 2 bow Ashigaru, 2 katana samurai, 2 nodachi samurai, and 4 Yari Ashigaru. So the white guy here has the infantry advantage, having the samurai to just 3 lone swords and the Yari samurai. Cavalry advantage, 2 Yari cavalry and 3 bow cavalry. The only thing he doesn't have is a missile advantage. Number 1, Volrath has more bows and a bow warrior monk, and he has these fire rockets. Now, I keep saying people use fire rockets wrong, and that's because they waste them on infantry. Fire rockets are good at killing cavalry. In fact, they're extremely good at killing cavalry. So that's what Volrath's going to do. He's going to conserve his fire rockets and use them on this cavalry that's going to be flanking around here. So I'll speed it up for a bit. This guy's coming in on the attack, so Volrath takes up a nice defensive position on this forested hill. It's a good place to defend. So this guy, thinking he has this advantage, is going to come in and press with his bow cavalry and start trying to skirmish. Volrath's going to pull all his guys over to that forested hill, which is a good place to fight for him. Not a lot of cavalry, so he'll be able to use the forest well to block arrows and reduce the effectiveness of the cavalry. So here we go. He's coming in to hit the lone sword Ashigaru, and the fire rockets will be shooting shortly, and we'll see how well they do against the bow cavalry. Let's see, where are his fire? There they are. So we'll start here from this angle. They are hidden right now, so hoping the enemy might forget about them. I'll double speed it until we see a volley. And they have come out of hiding, and there we go. First volley. They're just going to smash into this cavalry here. Bam. Look, we got wavering already. This bow cavalry is down to half strength. They broke. This one's down 15. This one's down 7. So he killed about 60 cavalrymen in that shot. One volley. So I think this one's gonna leave the battle. They might. Actually, I think they rally. But so I'll just fast forward. So keeping the cavalry at bay, I think I need to start using fire rockets because cavalry is a big weakness for me. It really helped me deal with those ambushes if I could keep fire rockets. I'm gonna start bringing those. So anyway, he's gonna come around and try again. Volrath has moved his cavalry to respond. He's gonna try and pin the cavalry down and get a nice fire rocket shot off. So here we go. Volrath on the ambush. Fire rockets are shooting over here at the general, but they are not going to hit the general. They're going to kill a couple of them. But nice try anyway. And so here we go. The Yari cavalry has pinned down the other guy's Yari cavalry, and the fire rockets will be shooting a volley into them. So I'll just triple speed it until they shoot, and we'll see the effects of that volley. Here we go. Fire rockets coming in. Bam. Shattered. There you go. See ya. That's 2 cavalry units gone. So all he has left of these bow cavalry, which are all hurt. He's going to bring out the bow monks too to start hitting him too, but pulls him back because it's not really necessary. Unfortunately, his cavalry has gone there too. And maybe that was a bad thing because not having the infantry advantage, he could have really used that cavalry to hit the infantry. So he's going to have to rely on something else to win the infantry battle because his infantry's not going to win it all alone. So he's going to have to use these bow units very well. So he starts skirmishing, doing a good job. With just these 2 bow Ashigaru, he can have his 4 ranged units just pounding into him, get the missile advantage, and hope his infantry can tie down all this infantry so the missiles can pour into him, especially the matchlock unit, which will just really raise hell on his samurai. Alright, so he's got this 2-prong attack kind of thing going. Bow cavalry are being careful not to get hit by the fire rockets, but too late. Even with the tree cover, they make it through pretty well. And that last rocket makes them shatter. Just that last one. And there they go. Broken or shattered, but they won't return. So, that brings it down to the missile and the infantry. All the cavalry is gone. So if I were this white guy, I probably would have taken the production building, or the workshop, just because it's there and there's the mountain here covering you. Won't be able to shoot into you very well, and you might as well. Why go into attack without it? So Volrath only has the 3 Lone Sword Ashigaru and the Yari Samurai, but he's got a nice downhill charge going. And he's going to use stand and fight with his general to inspire his men. Here we go. So he has set up shop here. And with the missile advantage now, he can just skirmish all day, because one of the bow units has shattered. One's still in it. I'll triple the speed. Here we go. The bow cavalry are still here. They have reformed, but one last fire rocket volley is going to take them out of the battle. So his cavalry is basically annihilated. The bow Ashigaru are going to try and get some shots in, but they're just going to get torn apart. So I'll just keep fast forwarding it. We'll watch the bow Ashigaru get torn apart. And that's when he brings his matchlocks up. They're going to get a nice shot into the bow Ashigaru. They're not veterans, but still a nice shot. Down to 15 men. Got to hand it to these bow Ashigaru. Down to 9. They're not routing. Good for them. So he's going to start splitting his forces up. Good move. When you have the numbers advantage, you kind of want to spread them out. Try and tie down the infantry so you can get some flanking going on. You can get infantry around the backs. Try and hit their general maybe. So here we go. His attack is very disorganized though, and Volrath is going to capitalize on this. So I'll speed it up a little bit. See, we've already have the wavering and the routing. There we go. That unit's gone. Took a nice shot from the bows and the muskets. There's one unit down. This one Lone Sword Ashigaru is going to tank these 2. Let's see, it's a Yari Ashigaru and a Katana Samurai. These are not veteran Lone Swords either. These are just straight up normal ones. And they can be quite formidable, so don't underestimate Lone Sword Ashigaru. And so now he's going to send his other 2 to tank this whole side. And just hold him down so the missiles can just pour into him. These matchlocks are just going to destroy. I mean, look at the numbers. This Yari Ashigaru is down to 115. This Katana Samurai is at 82. This Nodachi's only down 3 men. And this one's pretty fine too. But he's done some good damage already. And so all he has to do is just tank these sides. Look, we already have wavering. They didn't get the rally bonus because they were too far away. And the general's far away too. So with all these matchlocks shooting, it's going to really hurt their morale. In fact, there they go. They've already broken. So that's 2 infantry units down. Look, just tanking the side. We see the morale is dropping fast because the matchlocks. And a really, really good job on Volrath handling the infantry disadvantage. Yari Samurais can come up just to support him. There's no cavalry to worry about, so they're going to join the fight. Actually, there's just one, but it's a bow cavalry. They're basically useless in melee, so no big deal. And the Katana Samurai is broken too. This whole side is broken. Look at that. One Lone Sword and Yari Samurai just broke like 4 units. Crazy. Shows you what a missile advantage can do. In fact, this side is broken too. The matchlocks were just raising hell and just mowing these guys down. So Volrath has come out with a win here. Despite, I think he was at a pretty big disadvantage in this battle, but he played very well. And there we go. There's the general's broken too. The battle is over. So wow. Didn't expect his infantry to handle that so well. I thought he was going to lose going into that, but really, really good job. Lone Sword is proving their worth once again. Just tank that side and let the missiles just pour into him. The Matchlock Ashigaru and the Bow Warrior Monks. Wow, really good job there. So shows you how to use the fire rockets very well. Use them against cavalry. Don't waste them on infantry, because you saw how devastating they are against cavalry. So thanks for watching, everybody.